Hey everybody, good evening to any herb fans or Mucuna users or Kratom users or whoever you may be. Using various herbs can create strange experiences. Deja Vu is one of those experiences that I haven't quite had until recently when I started taking the Mucuna, which, my subs who have taken this, some people really like it. I'm not going to go into detail here. I just wanted to make a quick interesting note for anybody who's interested. I've asked myself in the past, what is Deja Vu? And I've talked to a lot of people about it. And I've heard everything from, it's just a brain trick, to it's some spiritual connection with a past life, or that it's an angel telling you that you're at the right place at the right time. All kinds of weird theories about it. None of the spiritual connections seemed to make sense. They didn't resonate with me. My Deja Vu experiences didn't seem to be spiritual moments or anything like that. So I was very curious about it. Over the last month, I've had several Deja Vus. I'd say more in the last month than I probably have in the past 5 years. And I've been having them at least once every day, some slighter than others, but a good one every few days. And more when I was taking the Mucuna. And the Mucuna increases dopamine levels. So my first thought was, okay, here's an herb that I've been taking. This is giving me an interesting Deja Vu experience. So I did a little research and cross-referenced and searched for dopamine and clinical trials and things like that. And I came across an obscure article that spoke about a bunch of patients who had been taking a particular drug, a medication for something. And as it turned out, that drug increased dopamine in the brain. But a side effect of it was they were all reporting that they were having a lot of intense Deja Vu experiences. So after they did a research on the group, they found out that increased dopamine levels, here's what may be happening. According to what I read, the way that memories are stored is that you see something or have a moment or an event, and then that's filed away. After it goes through short-term memory and you acknowledge it, then it goes into long-term memory. And what happens is sometimes it kind of short circuits and your memory bypasses short-term, goes straight into long-term memory. And this can create like a Deja Vu-like experience. The strange ones are the ones that repeat, where you know you've had a Deja Vu just like that. You just can't quite place when or where. Or it may have even been when you can place. But once it's happened in one place, then it tends to happen again. You'll also have a Deja Vu about that same Deja Vu. So it has to do with dopamine, and it has to do with the way that our memories are stored. So, people can still say it's a spiritual experience, but really I just like to get to the bottom of why things happen. And if it is a spiritual experience, then that means that perhaps dopamine is a spiritual drug. I don't know. Spiritual component to the brain. At any rate, it's good information to know, and I'm curious to know if anybody else has had any bouts or, times when they've had a lot more Deja Vus, and maybe we could find out if it is tied to something specific, dopamine related or otherwise. Interesting the way the brain works.